What's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today we're going to be doing a Crystal Beast deck profile. So I'm really excited to do this one for you guys because this deck is an extremely fun deck to play, especially with all the amazing tech cards I've included in this build for you guys. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell in there so you can become part of notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're playing 3 copies of Sapphire Pegasus. Sapphire Pegasus is the most powerful normal summon in the entire deck, because when this card is summoned out to your side of the field, you get to place a Crystal Beast monster in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell card, which is an amazing ability to instantly place our copy of our Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon in our back row, so we can use its ability to be able to get to our copy of Rainbow Dragon. We then play a single copy of Amber Mammoth, a single copy of Topaz Tiger, and a single copy of Cobalt Eagle. These cards are very important in the build because they are level 4 monsters, which comes up in this deck. We made a single copy of Amethyst Cat and a single copy of Emerald Tortoise. These cards are just really good as one of each in the deck to basically just step into your copy of Rainbow Dragon, as you have to play all 7 of the Crystal Beast monsters to be able to step into Rainbow Dragon. We made a single copy of Ruby Carbuncle. Ruby Carbuncle is definitely a one-of in the build and absolutely broken to be able to play, as when this card is special summoned, you can actually special summon as many Crystal Beast cards as possible from your spell and trap card zone, which is an absolutely amazing ability to instantly just swarm the board with your Crystal Beast monsters. Also, all of your Crystal Beast monsters share an awesome common effect, and this face-up card is destroyed while in the monster zone. You can actually place this card in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell card instead of sending it to the graveyard, which is a pretty cool ability so we can use them again later. We then play 2 copies of Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. This card is what you always want to place in the back row using your copy of Sapphire Pegasus, because this card is a really cool ability that when an attack is declared involving a Crystal Beast monster, you can special summon this card from the hand. And also banish this card, treat it as a continuous spell to be able to special summon a Crystal Beast monster that's level 4 or lower from the deck, but negate its effects. And if you do, add an ultimate crystal monster from your deck to your hand, instantly grabbing your copy of a Rainbow Dragon, which is absolutely amazing. This card is definitely a 2-of in the build, but you only really need 2 copies of it because your copy of Sapphire Pegasus can instantly get to this card. We then play 2 copies of a Rainbow Dragon. Rainbow Dragon is a key combo piece in the deck and so cool to be able to play, as it's such a nostalgic boss monster, but this card also helps us step into an awesome fusion monster called Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive that makes it super easy to OTK our opponent. We then play 3 copies of Crystal Master. Crystal Master is really cool as a normal summon in the deck, because this card can basically search anything in the deck. You can actually trigger this card to add an ultimate crystal monster, a Crystal Beast monster, or a Crystal Spell or Trap card from your deck to your hand, which is a pretty cool ability to grab anything that you need, and this card is absolutely amazing. And ultimate crystal monsters are always Rainbow Dragon. We then play 3 copies of Revolution Synchron. Revolution Synchron is an amazing tech card in this build because it actually helps us step into a copy of Power Tool Dragon, which helps us search out an awesome card in this deck called Golden Rule, which is one of those broken cards ever created, and just such an awesome card to be able to get to using Power Tool Dragon. But this card has the ability, if you synchro summon a Power Tool monster, or a level 7 or 8 dragon monster, this card in your hand can also be used as a material, meaning you can normal summon extra copies Sapphire Pegasus, Amber Mammoth, your copy of Topaz Tiger, or even a copy of Cobalt Eagle, and then instantly step into your copy of your awesome Power Tool Dragon, so we can grab our copy of Golden Rule directly from our deck to our hand, which is amazing. This card also has the ability, if you control a level 7 or higher synchro monster while this card's in the graveyard, you can send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card as a level 1 monster, but you can only use that effect once per duel. But it's an awesome ability to be able to use to step into your copy of your Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon using Power Tool Dragon on your side of the field, giving us a monster negate, which is absolutely amazing. This card is so good in the build. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to start with a single copy of Clockwork Knight. Clockwork Knight is definitely a one on the bill because we're already playing Foolish Burial Goods, but this card can actually help us search a copy of Revolution Synchron. With the ability, if this card's in the graveyard, you can banish this card from the grave, discard a card, and add an Earth Machine monster from our deck to our hand, instantly grabbing our copy of Revolution Synchron, which is so cool. We then play 2 copies of Tuning. Tuning is amazing in this deck as a 2-of, because this card lets us add a Synchron Tuner from our deck to our hand, then send the top card of our deck to the graveyard, again searching our copy of Revolution Synchron. We then play 2 copies of Ancient City Rainbow Ruin. This card is definitely a 2-of in the build because we're also playing copies of Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, and this card is so cool to be able to search off of that card because this card gains different effects depending on the amount of Crystal Beast monsters you have in your back row. With the ability, if you have 1, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. If you have 2, once per turn, you can half the battle damage you take. If you have 3, you can actually send a Crystal Beast monster you control to the graveyard to negate the activation of a spell or trap card and destroy it, which is the most broken effect on this card. If you have 4, once per turn during the main phase, you can draw a card. And if you have 5, once per turn during your main phase, you can actually special summon a Crystal Beast card from your spell and trap card zone, basically bumping one of your Crystal Beasts forward, which is absolutely amazing. This card is definitely a 2-of in the build. We then play 3 copies of Foolish Burial Goods. Goods is good. This card is amazing to be able to send either your copy of Clockwork Knight to the graveyard so we can search out our copy of Revolution Synchron, or send our copy of Rainbow Bridge of Salvation to the graveyard so we can grab a Crystal Beast monster plus our copy of our Rainbow Ruin, which is absolutely amazing. We then play 3 copies of Crystal Bond. This card is an absolutely broken Roto with the ability to add a Crystal Beast monster from our deck to our hand, and then place a Crystal Beast monster with a different name from your deck face up in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell, which is a great ability to be able to use to instantly get a Crystal Beast in the back row and search out your copy of Sapphire Pegasus from your deck to your hand so you can normal summon out and get another Crystal Beast in the back row. We then play 2 copies of Rainbow Bridge. Rainbow Bridge is awesome in the deck. This card is not once per turn and lets us add any crystal spell or trap card from our deck to our hand. We then play 3 copies of Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. This card is absolutely amazing in the deck, letting you reveal an ultimate crystal monster in your hand, which is Rainbow Dragon, and then activate one of these effects. That if you control an ultimate crystal monster, you can activate 1 or 2 of these effects in sequence instead, and you don't have to reveal a card if you actually control an ultimate crystal monster. With the ability to add a copy of a Rainbow Bridge card from your deck to your hand, or you can actually special summon a Crystal Beast monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, or spell and trap card zone, instantly bring out the exact card that you need. We then play 3 copies of Golden Rule. Golden Rule is absolutely broken, and we can search this card off our copy of Power Tool Dragon, which is amazing. This card is absolutely amazing. This card is always treated as a crystal card and lets you place 2 Crystal Beast monsters from your deck face up in your spell and trap card zone as continuous spells. Then special summon a Crystal Beast monster from the hand or the graveyard with a different name than those cards, and if you do, equip it with this card, which is a broken ability to instantly put 2 Crystal Beasts from the deck in the back row and summon out a Crystal Beast monster from our hand, which is crazy powerful to be able to do because if you summon out your copy of Sapphire Pegasus using this card, you get an additional Crystal Beast monster in the back row, giving you 3 Crystal Beasts in the back row, plus a Sapphire Pegasus on your side of the field by just summoning out Sapphire Pegasus using this card, which is amazing, and it doesn't even use your normal summon, which is broken. This card is basically what the entire deck revolves around getting to, so we can go full combo and summon out our copy of Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive, so we can go in for game. We then play 3 copies of Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. Rainbow Bridge of the Heart is really cool as a 3-of in the build because this card is able to, during the main phase, you can normal summon a Crystal Beast monster in addition to your normal summoner set. It also has a broken effect that during your main phase, you can destroy a Crystal Beast card you control or in your hand, and if you do, add a Crystal Spell or Trap card from your deck to your hand, and if a Crystal Beast card is placed in your Spell and Trap card zone even during the damage step, you can target one card your opponent controls and return both that card and this card back to the hand, which is a pretty cool effect. We then play 3 copies of Super Poly. Super Poly is great just to help us break our opponent's board, and it's an awesome 3-of in the build. We then play 3 copies of Forbidden Droplets. Droplets is really cool as a 3 of in the deck as well, to basically just half the attack points of our opponent's monsters and negate their effects. This card helps out a lot in this deck. So, that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're going to start with a single copy of Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. This card is the card you always want to send to the graveyard using your copy of Foolish Burial Goods or send Clockwork Knight to the graveyard. This card also has a broken ability. You can banish this card in the graveyard to add a Crystal Beast monster and a field spell from your deck to your hand, instantly grabbing a copy of Crystal Beast and our copy of Rainbow Ruin. We play a single copy of Crystal Miracle. Crystal Miracle is an awesome Infernity Barrier-like card with the ability that when a spell and trap card or monster effect is activated, destroy a Crystal Beast card you control, and if you do, negate the activation. If you do that, destroy that card. And if a Crystal Beast card is placed in your spell and trap card zone while this card's in the graveyard, even during the damage step, you can banish this card to place a Crystal Beast monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell, which is a really cool ability. So, that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to start with a single copy of Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive. This card is absolutely insane as a boss monster, requiring a copy of an Ultimate Crystal monster, Rainbow Dragon, and 7 Crystal Beast monsters to summon out this card. And it must be special summoned from your X deck during a duel that you special summoned an Ultimate Crystal monster by banishing the above materials from the field and/or graveyard, which is insane. This card requires 8 monsters to actually summon out, but it's definitely worth it with the ability that will 7 or more of your Crystal Beast monsters with different names are banished. This card gains 7,000 attack points, making this card absolutely massive. And in this card has not battled this turn quick effects, you can actually attribute this card and shuffle as many cards on the field as possible into the deck. And if you do, special summon any number of your banished Crystal Beast monsters, helping basically swarm the board so you can go in for game. And let's see a copy of Rainbow Overdragon. This card is really good as a 1-of in the build because it has an awesome effect that this card is always treated as an ultimate crystal card. And it must either be fusion summoned or special summoned by tributing a level 10 ultimate crystal monster. And once per turn, you can actually banish a Crystal Beast monster from the graveyard. And this card gains attack equal to the banished monsters until the end of this turn. And quick effects, you can actually tribute this monster to be able to shuffle all cards on the field into the deck. We then play a single copy of Snake Eyes Doom Dragon. This card was basically created for this deck with the ability to require it must be either fusion summoned, which we never do, or special summoned by sending 2 face-up monsters from your spell and trap card zone to the graveyard, which is how we always summon out this card. And in this card is special summon, you can actually target a face-up monster on the field and place it face up in the spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell card, which is absolutely amazing, helps us out a lot in this build. We play a single copy of Garua and a single copy of Mud Dragon. These cards are amazing in the build, basically just use as super poly targets. Play a single copy of Black Rose. Black Rose is great to be able to summon just in case we need to board wipe the field. We play a single copy of Power Tool Dragon. Power Tool Dragon is great in the build as a 1-of, so we can search out our copy of Golden Rule, because this card is the ability once per turn, reveal 3 equipped spells from your deck, and then your opponent randomly adds 1 of them to your hand and you shuffle the rest back in the deck, which is a really powerful ability to be able to use to instantly get to our copy of Golden Rule. We lay a single copy of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. This card is amazing to be able to summon out to your side of the field because it is a crystal monster, which is really on theme for this deck. And this card is actually amazing because it's actually a walking monster negate. We then play a single copy of Number 60. Number 60 is great to be able to play in the build, as this card has 3 broken abilities to either draw 2 cards and discard a card, either special summon a monster in the grave in defense, or double the attack points of a monster you control until the end of the turn, making one of your monsters absolutely massive to help you swing in for game. We make a single copy of Baguska, just in case we need to slow down the game. A single copy of Typhon. Typhon is awesome in the deck. It's basically just uses cards as a skill drain for 3,000 attack point monsters or a bounce. We then make a single copy of Soryu, just Skulldred. This deck swarms the board like crazy, and this card is really good. If you put 4 monsters in this card when it's Link Summon, you can draw 4 and then place 3 cards from your hand on the bottom of the deck in any order, which is a pretty cool ability, especially if you draw into multiple of your 1-of Crystal Beast monsters, and just put them back to grab other cards that we can use to be able to go full combo. Also, once per turn, you can special summon a monster from your hand if you put at least 3 materials in this card, which is really cool. Like a single copy of World Sea Dragon Zelantis. Zelantis is great, basically just to reset our copy of Sapphire Pegasus, and helps out a lot in this build. Like a single copy of SP. SP is great in the decks, basically just uses card as a double interruption. And then finally, a single copy of Cross Sheep. Cross Sheep is great in this deck, because we can fusion summon extremely easily in the deck, or summon a fusion monster to a zone this card points to. So we can special summon a level 4 or lower monster in the graveyard, which is really, really cool. So, that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This deck is super fun to be able to play. If you guys have never played a Crystal Beast deck before, you should definitely give this deck a try, because it's so fun to be able to play, and it's insane how powerful it is to be able to summon out all of your awesome boss monsters, like your copy of your ultimate crystal monsters. So, that's good for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of our notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.